Hey guys, good day. This is Segway Stanley, aka Simple Graphics. So welcome to this video, and this video I want to make is actually called Research in Design. So first of all, before we go into it, if you know you're not subscribed, please do it to subscribe. If you're watching on TikTok, please do it to follow, do it to like and share. Understand? So going straight to what we have. So this is Research in Design. I was supposed to do this video before that design, the last design I did about Bible study flyer. So, but we'll go into it. So the reason for this research in design is to actually know what you want to do in the current design you want to do. In the sense that when a client comes to you and say, I want to make a design for my fashion brand. So let's just use a flyer for example. So I want to make a flyer for my business, and I sell this, and I do this, and I do this. I do fashion design. I sew clothes. I'm a tailor. Understand? I sew men's clothes. Yes, let's be specific. I sell men's clothes, and I want to make design so that I can use it for advert. So when the person comes to you, you say, okay. Now after the person has given you write-up, you request for write-up, they will give you write-up. But if the person does not have a write-up, most of the time, those people don't actually know what they actually want. So you see the place where I talked about you being a problem solver. Some person can come to you and like, I need design for so. They don't even know the kind of write-ups to send to you. You understand? So when you tell them, okay, send me write-up, they don't actually know what to say. So it's your duty to tell them, this is what you send. You send your contact information. You send the services you render, and every other thing you want to put in the flyer. And then they might send you their phone number. Some can put their emails, their social media, and then the service they render, the kind of clothes they sew specifically. You understand? So when they send you those things, most times some people can just go online and copy, but it's your duty to work on the brief that was given to you. So we don't want to go into organizing a brief. What we want to go into now is the research for the design. So, like I said, the purpose of research in design is to actually know what you want to do, because whatever I want to design is already designed already. In the sense that any industry or any kind of design you want to design is already online. So what you do is to search for those designs and then build inspiration from them, so you can replicate those designs. Understand? You can copy well and then creatively form your own style of the design. So when you see a style, you can say, okay, let me change this, and then you creatively come out with a proper design that is not looking like the one that you search for. You understand? So first of all, let's define some terms. The first one is what is research? So in the broad sense, research is a systematic inquiry or investigation into a subject to discover new information. So the reason why you research is to discover new information or to discover trend. You understand? You're trying to discover the new thing about fashion, the new styles of design that people are doing in fashion. You understand? So those are what you check for. So refine existing knowledge or test hypothesis. So what concerns us here is to actually discover new information. Then refine existing knowledge. That's what you will do as a designer. You refine existing knowledge. I used to say that creativity is not bettered from nothing. Creativity is bettered from something. You understand? So you, depending on what you see and how you see things, that makes you creative. Understand? So the next thing we'll talk about is actually research in design, which is our main topic. So research in design encompasses both the process of conducting research that informs design decision. So as a result of the research you are going to make, that is what will give you the idea of knowing what you want to design. So, and the study of design itself as a creative process. So when you research for design, it's majorly for you to be informed about a design, and then you creatively come out with your own part of design. You get? So that's just the process. So I'm going to be showing you some sites that you can actually use to make research. So I will open my browser, open my Google Chrome. I'm doing the first thing here. The first place you can actually make your research is Google. Understand? The first place that you can actually make your research to get inspiration is what? Google. So let's say we are talking about the fashion brand I spoke about. So what you search, we are specifically focusing on flyer. So you're going to say flyer design. Sorry, I'm not give space. Design for fashion or clothing. So let's use this. So like what I said, we're using an example of a fashion brand that deals with male clothes. So what you do is to click on this image because you're focusing on images. So this is what you get. So the reason why I don't actually use Google most times is because it does not actually give me what I want, but it's a good place to research. You understand? A good place to start from. So when you make research like this, there is one thing people do is that some people will see design and they're like, wow, I like this one. But if any design you see that does not actually follow the principles of design that we have talked about, if you've not listened to, if you've not watched the principle of design, please do it to go back to the videos done and then watch them. If you have not watched them, please do it to watch them and then implement them. So if you are making research and you see a design that does not follow those design principles, you know that's called what? A broken word design. You understand? That's for the stage of a beginner. Any design that does not follow design principle is actually called a broken design. You understand? So for the basic knowledge, so you look at these designs and check if anyone fits into the design principle. So this one is not bad. This one is not bad. You can pick ideas from this one. You can pick ideas like the kind of clothes they use and the kind of images they use. Then when you scroll down, you see more. So you can get something like this. Now this can be a good example that you can use for your design. So what this the research does to you is that if you are researching for something and you pick a good picture, they will keep on showing you good pictures. You understand? So maybe for instance now, maybe I go back and then I'll pick this design. So I say, okay, this is the fashion design. So they will keep showing me that design. You've seen this, the same kind of design style. That's what they will show me. They won't show me another style here. Why? Because I've already picked a pattern of design. So that is the pattern they will show me. So if I go back and pick on this style, they will now change the style. So and then they'll show me things related to that. So when I pick something like this, they'll start showing me something like this one too. They will check up the algorithm will work on the images and the kind of design style that is there, and then they'll use it to give you other styles of design. So these are ways you can research. So this is the first place you can research, and then the second place is Pinterest. So I download the app so that it can be easy. So this is Pinterest, and I'll click on this search place here. And then I'm going to search for flyer design for fashion fashion brand. So Pinterest is the best place you can actually make research for flyer design. There is other places to make research, but for a beginner, you don't need to bore yourself with every other places to make research for design is flyer. Pinterest is the best place to be. So looking at this, there are so many beautiful designs here that you can model. So this is one. Now looking at the brown color of this one, you say, wow, this is beautiful. And then you can actually pick up a style from this place and then use it to make your own work, to make your own design. Understand? So this is a pattern you can pick up. So you can actually save pictures from here. There's another one. So if you are designing and you should know the size of design you want to use, either a square size or there is two Instagram size. You can use the square pattern or the one that is portrait. So this is another style of the one that is portrait. So you can use this style for your design you want to do. So you see, I click on a good design, so they will be showing me more beautiful design just like that one. Hope you get the point. So if you're making research, you need to make sure you click on a good design. When you click on a good design, they will keep showing you what good design. So I think this is where I will end for this video. So the last thing is that we talked about research and design, and the purpose of research and design is to actually make you get information about whatever you want to design. It makes you build inspiration and then become creative on whatever you want to design. So thank you all and see you guys in the next video.